Hello out there, I'm a Dark Gamer, and this is Star Trek Online. I usually do Hearthstone on Saturdays, but I'm taking a break this week because it is Star Trek Online's 5-year anniversary, and they have a brand new mission out, bunch of other cool stuff going on, and joining me is my good friend CJ. Say hello, CJ.
Hello, CJ.
Yes, CJ is a bit of a smartass. Okay, so for those of you who are new to Star Trek Online, it is a multiplayer, sometimes, online game. I am very bitter about a few things that Star Trek Online is doing on the multiplayer front, which I will be happy to explain, but I will do that later. It is a multiplayer game developed by Cryptic and currently produced by Perfect World. Did I get that right, CJ?
Uh, yes, that is
All right.
correct.
It's been out for 5 years. You know, we're at the end of a 5-year journey, just like Captain Kirk. That's the joke with the 5-year
Mm-hmm.
anniversary. And they just put out a mission which solves one of the big mysteries of their most recent expansion, Delta Rising, which I think launched November. Was Delta Rising November?
To tell you.
It was recent. It was very recent. It's either October or November. Anyway, one of the big mysteries was that we saw two Harry Kims. Harry Kim, the operations officer from the USS Voyager, the Star Trek Voyager TV show. The big thing in Delta Rising is they got several of the cast members from Voyager to come back and revoice their characters. Tim Russ is Tuvok, Garrett Wang is Harry Kim, Robert Picardo is the Doctor. I cannot remember the Neelix's act to save my life.
I can't either because he was Neelix.
And Jerry Ryan is 7 of 9. So one of the big mysteries, though, is at the end of one set of missions, you see that there's a second Harry Kim in a stasis tube, and he's still in his Voyager uniform as opposed to the one you've been running around with, who's currently captain of the USS Rhode Island.
Speaking of Rhodes, let me pause you for a moment. Another one of the names you neglected was Kim Rhodes, who played Jet Leah.
Jet
One of
Leia.
Jet Leia.
Well, she was not actually. She was technically at the tail end of that mission as well, but she wasn't officially announced until they produced this mission, Dust to Dust.
Okay. Just saying it's part of it.
Yeah. So we also reintroducing Kim Rhodes playing Jet Leia, one of the Kobali. There was an episode of Voyager where basically they retconned in an ensign named Lindsay Ballard who had died. But there's this alien race in the Delta Quadrant called the Kobali who take dead bodies and genetically re-engineer them into living Kobali because that's the only way they can reproduce. They had some kind of industrial accident that they tinkered with their genetic code. It's very Stargate. If you ever watched that show, the Asgard did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not the, we're going to take your dead and make them, us, but the whole, we experimented on ourselves to genetic extinction. Not a new idea. Anyway, I've been rambling for quite some time. I think the mission is really awesome, and I think it can speak for itself, so I'm going to take the mission real quick.
We have a situation on Kabali Prime.
I'll let Kim
You
speak.
and I were both asked by name to help. All that I've been told is that the Vaadwaur have launched a large offensive and have retaken the area in front of their temple, the place where they keep unconscious Vaadwaur stored. They need our help to retake the area, though I have a feeling something else is going on. Can you help with the situation?
So this mission also has a ton of rewards. One of the things you can get is a Kobali uniform. By the way, CJ, pick that up first because last I heard there was a bug where if you get the beam array before you get the uniform, it'll prevent you from getting the uniform.
Okay.
I did the correct thing without knowing that was a thing, so good on me. There are other rewards. There's a deflector. Basically 3 pieces of the 4-piece Kobali set. You get the engine when you get the Kobali cruiser. That's part of the 5-year anniversary event. And then you get the other 3 pieces from this mission, and they are time gated. You get the deflector on you can get the deflector on the 5th, the impulse engines on the 12th, and the shield on the 19th. So yeah, ready?
One moment. Yes. Go ahead.
All right, there's going to be a cutscene, so I'm going to shut up and let the cutscene play.
The breach is widening. I've got to close this now. Almost there. I just need a minute to...
Harry! Harry! Not my hand!
Can't reach. I'm slipping. Ah! The Vodwar are making a new push into the system, and we could use your help. The Rhode Island is assisting the new Kabali flagship Samsar, but you know the Vodwar. They're relentless.
So what we just saw was actually a in-game version of a clip from a Voyager episode. I don't remember the episode title out of hand, but the premise of the episode was that Voyager got caught on a spatial scission, which created a subspace duplicate of Voyager that was occupying the same position in space, but slightly out of variance. One copy of Voyager was trying to use some kind of energy emission to break itself free of the scission, and that was causing tremendous damage to the other copy of Voyager. Do you remember this now, CJ?
Yes, the episode was called Deadlock.
Oh, did you look it up while we were...
Yes.
Okay. It's like, how did you know that? You looked it up. So yeah, the episode was called Deadlock. Really great. Actually, one of my favorite Voyager episodes. I want to say Voyager's one of those series that it was either good or it was really, really bad. Deadlock, however, was, I think, a good episode. So why are the Vodwar still attacking the Kabali?
Ask them if you can get one of them to have a reasonable discussion. Eldex has been less than cooperative since Gall's death. We know he's leading the remaining Vodwar forces, and there's no signs that the neural parasites are still...
And I knew there was a mention of the neural parasites.
Which is the only good news. The Vodwar won't stop their assaults until the Kabali surrender the remaining stasis pods. But the Kabali government refuses to do so unless the Vodwar agree to peace talks. We're at an impasse.
Understood. I'm on my way, Captain Kim. So, yeah. Small spoilers for Delta Rising if you haven't played. The big enemy is the Vodwar, and they're being partially manipulated by neural parasites. We actually, my friend Joe, who does Payday 2 with me on my channel, wanted to come along with us, but we didn't want to story spoiler him on the neural parasites thing, so we told him to sit this one out. CJ, you're being very quiet, or am I just talking too much?
Well, I'm being quiet because I'm letting you do your thing.
Okay. Part of the reason I wanted you here was good conversation, so...
Oh, okay. I'll be more active then.
Yeah.
Also, the Samsar is quite the most BA-looking son of a gun ever.
Mm-hmm. You can get your own Samsar. It's the Kobali Cruiser. I don't remember the full title of the ship. I just know it's Kobali Cruiser.
Called the Samsar.
Well, I don't know the class name.
I don't either.
But you have to get 1,000 commendations. You get 400 the first time you complete this mission, and then you get 40 a day for doing a daily.
It's just called the Kobali Samsar Cruiser.
Okay, is it?
Mm-hmm.
One more group inbound. Brace yourselves.
The Rhode Island is so tiny.
I know. They gave us our own free Rhode Island during the event, during the anniversary giveaways.
Yeah, I've had that shit.
I did not, so... Drop a gravity well on these guys. Barrel roll my way out of this.
Go down.
So I guess we should talk a little bit about our ships, the ones we're flying. I'm in an Odyssey. It is the tactical variant. I run it on an engineer character. I've run other ships, but this is the one I always come back to. It's called the USS Concord.
Thank you for arriving so quickly. I'm still not sure what happened. All I know is that we lost contact with the temple, and several hours later a large Vodwar fleet attacked. However, I'm still not sure if the Vodwar have entered the temple. If they have, they may already be reactivating their soldiers in stasis. We're safe here, for now, but the battle on the ground continues. No one can enter the temple, and the Vodwar are seizing control of the surrounding area.
We need to take it back. Captain Kim, Hunch, and Jatanian, and the three of us are going in with an away team.
Sounds like a plan. I've located a safe area in the trenches for transport. My team and I will go down first and secure the area. See you there.
Will Voyager be coming to help us?
Voyager is currently on a high-priority operation in Vodwar-controlled space. Any comm chatter could give away their position. Whatever they're doing, Tuvok says it's important, but that's all I know.
Understood. Hanshan Jatanian, can your team aid us on the ground?
My officers and I will join you. The Samsar will return to the dock with a small repair team, but I'm sending the majority of my crew to the city. We cannot allow the Vodwar to take control of it as well. Our flagship will be of no use to us if the planet is lost.
The Concord and the Rhode Island will secure the system against any additional Vodwar ships. Alright, so I was saying, and then they interrupted us. So CJ, what about your ship?
I'm flying a Pathfinder-class starship, which in essence is the Voyager, for lack of a better term. Those of you who are familiar with Star Trek know that the Voyager is an Intrepid-class starship. They released a pack of 4 Intrepid-class starship variants in this game, Pathfinder being the most recent of them. And my current hull layout is a little bit of a mishmash between the 4. The names of those 4 ships, if it's all important at all, are the, let's see, we've got the Pathfinder, obviously the Bellerophon, the Cochrane, the other one? Let's see. The Phoenix. I am drawing a blank all of a sudden.
The names of all the variants don't matter. It's just the fact that you're flying a Pathfinder is probably the most important thing there.
Okay, good. I was being informative.
Yeah. So ready to beam down the trenches?
Yes, we need to figure out who we're bringing. Of course, we're bringing Mr. Hax.
Yeah, Gamma Hacks. I guess I'll bring my medic Dosolola, or however you say it. However I'm supposed to...
I thought you were going to rename this poor guy.
It's too funny now. I don't know. Dosolola. Ecola.
I'll bring my little puppy.
Yeah, I can't see the powers on your guys. I think the new power system for them bugged that.
It has.
I'm playing an engineer, CJ's playing a scientist, and we brought 2 other scientists on attack.
Okay. Tactical officers. Only because that particular tactical officer does shit suit.
Alright, so talk to Harry Kim.
The Kabali forces are spread thin,
whiny.
and the Vodwar are making a push toward the temple. If I may, I have a suggestion for our plan of attack.
Tell me your plan, Captain.
Hanshan Jatanian and his team will attack the outer area of the trenches, making their way to the temple. My away team will move to the opposite end of the trenches and support the remaining Kabali soldiers there. While they're holding their flanks, your team and I will push through the center and strike the Vodwar in the temple courtyard. Your thoughts?
Agreed. Hunch and Jatanian, do you have any objections?
None. My team is eager to prove themselves. You and your allies have set quite an example for us to live up to. We'll support the forces at the other end of the trenches and then make our way to the temple. Hopefully, we'll be able to meet up with you before the final assault.
Very good. Let's move out. Alright, so we're going this way.
Let me know when we get to the maze so that I can...
Yeah,
We have to help those Kabali.
CJ, you'll know.
Oh, okay. Get out of my face. Shotgun.
They do the very obvious. This is an obstacle!
Let's get these Kabali patched up before more Vodwar get here.
For some reason, my interact box got moved.
Oh, that didn't work. Oh, well. Of course, I can't use the power that's designed to do the very thing that we're doing in this mission.
Here they come.
Yep. turret.
You're welcome.
Drop some mines.
Take out that drop pod. Clear here. Let's keep moving.
Okay, well, a little better late than never, I guess. I'll do a strike for the win.
Yeah, I was a little late on that.
Oh, I hear tanks dropping down.
Let's
Where
take
the-
them down!
No, those aren't tanks. Those are drop pods.
Yeah. I do think the transporter drop pods are a very nice touch on the part of the developers.
Oh, I agree. Something that probably should have been around already from another race, like the Klingons, for instance, or
Take out that
the
Vaadwaur
Minion.
drop pod, and then keep moving.
There are just so many
We're almost there.
military races that you would think, hey, we have transporter technology, this seems like a good idea. But then I guess you have to ask the question, I was like, if you have transporters, why do you need to put it where you're going? Why can't you just use the one where you are? It's weird in some cases.
Bypassing inhibitors, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. It depends. Like, I'm sure there's a legitimate use, but it's... Alright, so now we gotta talk with Titanian.
Our scouts report that the temple is heavily defended. We still have some Vaadwaur attacking our flanks, but my soldiers insist they can keep them occupied long enough for us to retake the temple. Are you ready for the final push?
It sounds like there are other areas in the trenches that could use help.
There are other areas of the trenches in need of aid. My team and I could go help them while Captain Kim and his team stay with you. Or, if you think you can assault the temple alone, Captain Kim will rendezvous with his officers as well. However, I highly recommend you bring all of us in for your attack on the temple.
Up to you.
Go the red one, because we're on normal, even not very hard. It's
Alright,
fine.
my team and I will attack the temple alone. You and Captain Kim are needed elsewhere.
Are you sure you want to try to retake the temple alone?
Are they Windows Visting us?
Yes, my team and I can handle this.
They did that for Step Between Stars, I think it was.
Alright, let's get over here. I'm gonna clear the initial battle area with a orbital strike, and then I'm gonna set down defenses.
Alrighty. Oh god, they reskinned my buttons. I don't know what anything does anymore.
Oh god, there are tanks. Those were not here the last time I did this mission, or they were, but they were invisible. So yeah, I guess stay out of that, thing it put on the ground.
Alright, well, let's call it a little bit.
Can I please put down my, medical generator? Thank you. And let's put down a quantum mortar, because this is the exact situation I have it for.
Yes, and they don't move very quickly, so that's perfect. Oh, that was nothing.
Ow, that was my face. Did we kill one already?
No, it ran away.
Ah, I see it. Let's kill this one up here, and then we'll get that one. It wants to escape that mortar. You can see it trying to edge away.
I would too if I were. Where's this?
It's underneath us.
Oh, my duplicates are taking it out. How about them guys? Shards of possibility
let
for
me,
the win.
My duplicates can help.
Ow! That thing hits.
Yeah. The Magnificent Five. So we got an accolade.
Because we did the cool stuff. I'm gonna need on everything just because.
Yeah, that's I do too. Force of Habit. And Harry Kim has joined us.
Alright,
The
Shinji.
temple was secure, and the doors are still locked, which means the Vaadwaur didn't break in either. Let's see. Okay. I've seen this sort of algorithm before. I'll have the door open in no time. After that, we can figure out what happened to the temple's security system. It shouldn't have done this.
Good. Hanshin Jutanian, do you need support out here?
I don't deny that we'll need support. My team is one of the few still intact. Captain Kim's away team should meet up with us soon, but we don't know what kind of numbers we'll be up against. However, the temple itself should be free of Vodwar. If I may suggest, perhaps only you and Captain Kim should enter, and your officers can stay here and help us hold the area.
This isn't the first time I've been asked to leave my away team behind. We'll be fine. We'll hold this area while you're inside. Let's enter the Kabali Temple.
Or Gamma. Gotta stay out and guard the door.
Yep. Can't take the hacks with us.
At least all the Vodwar here are in
Rockets
stasis
and
pods. Let's take a look around. I want to know why the Kabali lost control of their security systems.
Sounds good. Keep an eye out for anything suspicious. So the last time we were in here was the whole big, oh hey, the Kabali have a bunch of Vodwar in their basement revelation.
That was also where we saw Harry Kim, wasn't it?
Yeah, we saw him in one of these things. Scan opened pod.
That's...
You probably should let me press the
That's
button,
not
because
right.
when you did, I wasn't able to see.
According to
cutscenes.
these readings, the occupant of this pod was... me? But the name on it is... Ket? Must be a computer glitch. Could be a symptom of a bigger problem, but whoever was in this pod is gone now. Looks like it was open before the problem started.
Let's see what's in the security
Hold
footage.
on. I'll access the temple security.
Ooh, that one I can see.
That's me. But from over 30 years ago. What in the world?
Stay back! Are you with the Vidians? What do you want from me?
Ketten, you have to calm down. My name is Jet Laya. I'm here to help you.
That's not my name! Where am I? Where is Voyager? I need to contact my ship.
Wait, come back!
Jitlaya. And me? Hold on. There's more security footage. This is the last thing that was recorded.
Voyager, this is Ensign Harry Kim. If you get this message, I'm in an unknown alien prison. I've escaped my captors and I'm looking for a way out. I'll send another message with my coordinates as soon as I can. Come find me.
He's running scared.
That was me. From over 30 years ago, in my old Voyager uniform. And they're turning him, into a Kabali. They knew. This whole time I've been here, they knew. And Lindsay, Jitlaya, she knew. I know I've had a difficult time accepting the Kabali, but they keep too many secrets. They should have told me. Told us about this.
So, a second you, how does that work? I guess that's question number one, right?
Yep.
A lot of strange things happened on Voyager's trip through the Delta Quadrant. During our second year here, the ship and everyone on it were duplicated. It was a freak accident, an encounter with a subspace divergence field we still can't completely explain. But two Voyagers, sharing the same point in space-time, it was a recipe for disaster. We tried to cooperate, to find some way to save both ships, but
But you couldn't.
I'm from the duplicate ship. Captain Janeway sacrificed it so one Voyager could survive. The other, Harry, was killed in a hull breach before that happened. Captain Janeway sent me and Ensign Wildman's baby to his Voyager before she self-destructed our ship. It made sense at the time. I'm Harry Kim. I have all my memories, my knowledge, same as him. We were exactly alike in every way. Except one of
Well-
us got to keep living, and the other one didn't.
Not exactly. You were about to ask a question?
Yeah, wait a minute. When did Kim have a baby?
No, Ensign Wildman's baby.
Oh, him and Ensign Wildman's baby. Okay.
Yeah.
Just the way he said it sounded like
No,
him and Ensign
because on
Wildman's
the
baby.
on the actual Voyager, the baby didn't survive.
Oh, okay, I got you. Put me for a loop. I'm gonna go watch this damn episode again.
I know, right? Naomi is actually also the duplicate. They're not precisely identical. I don't know if because they have a slight phase variance to them. This is picked up on in some of the novels because the caretaker species, when they run into them again in one of the novels, the caretaker does some stuff to the crew that doesn't affect Harry Kim and Naomi Wildman because they're from that duplicate ship.
Okay.
Anyway, and now that's changed.
It's changed, all right. Best I can guess is that a Kabali ship must have found his body floating in space. It's a 1,000,000 to 1 shot, but Lindsay might have remembered our coordinates when we were duplicated and known where to start looking. They must have spent decades reconstructing him and putting him through their rebirth process. I don't know whether to be impressed or horrified. I think I'll go with both.
So, next pertinent question.
Who's Jetlaya, which I kind of already know.
We already kind of know it's Ensign Lindsay Ballard.
Jetlaya is my friend. I knew her as Lindsay Ballard. She was an engineer on Voyager. We went to the
Retcon.
academy together. She taught me how to ice skate. We studied together and shared
Why,
peanut butter
was she supposed to be a
sandwiches.
Maquis crew member?
And I
No,
was
she
more
was
than
one
a
of
little in
Voyager's
love.
Federation crew member.
Lindsay
Problem
died
is,
on an away
she
mission.
wasn't there from the start of the
The
show.
Kabali
She was
found her body,
retconned
revived
in
her, gave her a
specifically for this
second life,
episode. It's the only
But
weak
she
point
still
in the
remembered
episode.
Voyager.
Gotcha.
She tried to come back, but
In actuality, she was supposed to be a different character who had been in the series earlier. Because do you remember an episode where the Doctor was going crazy because he couldn't save this one crew member?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be that same character, the one the Doctor couldn't save.
Hmm.
But they couldn't get that actress to come back.
Poor lady.
So they had to go with a different character.
I see. So it didn't work, did it?
Yeah, definitely didn't work out. To be a different actress. I'm kidding.
rebirth does more than rewrite your genetics. It changes who you are. Lindsay was different. She was Kabali. Eventually, she was convinced she should embrace that part of her. She left Voyager with her new family, and I never saw her again. When I was posted to Kabali Prime, I wanted to talk to her, just to see how she was. She didn't respond to my messages. Now I know why.
Next question.
Will you be able to continue with the mission, Mr. Kim?
I'll be okay. A little shaken up, but Captain Janeway once told me, we're Starfleet officers. Weird is what we do. And this certainly applies.